So we're going to go into the directory and keep drilling through. Locate the SAP NetWeaver 703 installation master. Go into the data units folder. Keep going. And finally, we've arrived at the SAP INST file. This is the master install file. So we're just going to right click on this and choose Run as Administrator. We'll allow access. And we'll just maximize this screen here. Okay, so this is the SAP installer. You can see these different options if we expand these folders here. But the one we're going to be focused on is the SAP application server. And it's using a MaxDB database, which is going to be installing a virtual database on my C drive, so on my actual virtual hard drive. Keep expanding down this tree. And we're just going to click on the central system and hit next. Alright, so this box just popped up. This is perfectly normal. It just says SAP INST, so the SAP installer needs to log off and log back on before the installation can continue. So we're just going to hit OK. Logging back in. Okay, so that's completed. So then it just logged us off, logged back on. Scroll to the bottom, accept, and click on next. And I'm going to be pausing the video in between some of these longer loading times. And you can just take a look at my clock in the bottom right of the screen to see how long each of these steps is actually taking. So because that one was pretty quick, I'll set up my master SAP password. And please write this down. So I just got this prompt that says your system does not meet some of the prerequisites for the install. That's fine, nothing to worry about here. I'll just hit no, because if you choose no, the prereq check is skipped. Alright, so now SAP is configuring the MaxDB database on our C drive. And you can see the directory that it's being installed into. We can just press next. Okay, so now I'm getting this error. There is not enough space on the C drive. So I just missed the cutoff. In order to fix this, I'm going to need to remove some extra files from my hard drive. So I'm just going to hit OK. I'll minimize the installer. I'll open up my downloads folder, which houses the massive 3.9 gigabyte installer. So I'm just going to get rid of this RAR file because it's already been extracted. And then I'm going to empty my recycle bin. Okay. Let's see if that took care of it. Next. Looks like it's working. So that's why it's very important to make sure you have enough hard drive space when you're creating your virtual machine. So if anything needs to change below, you'll just need to tick the checkbox, and that enables you to modify a particular value. So if we take a look here, NSP looks good. The master password looks good. I'm assuming it's just hiding what the actual password is. So we wouldn't be changing that at this point. We've already set that. Okay. We'll go ahead and proceed. All right. So the tough part is done. Now the SAP installer is pretty much on autopilot. If for any reason a task needs input, it'll prompt you, it'll take over the screen, and it will not proceed any further until you actually go in there and take the action. So I'm just going to pause the video here, and we'll see how long this install takes. And obviously, if any prompts come up, I will capture those. Currently, I'm at the import ABAP step, and this is normally the longest running step in the installation process. Sometimes it can take a couple hours or so. So again, depending upon the performance of your machine, this can either go quickly or slowly. Okay, so at this point in time, SAP is attempting to start up the SAP server. And that's what the application server is called, an instance in SAP. Okay, so the server is now running, and the post install has just completed. It's setting the initial passwords and finishing up the install. Okay, so this box should pop up once the install has completed. When we press OK, it should close the installer. So now that our SAP installation has been successfully installed, we must learn how to manage our server.